All right. So welcome everybody to the call. My name is Megan Lynch, one of the co-owners of Vibe, along with Miss Reagan Lynch, who is often in the background making sure that all the wheels are moving. Thank you so much to Andre Russell. You guys see a lot of his videos coming out, and a lot of those videos are going to start coming out in multiple languages, in Italian, Spanish, French, Hindi, Portuguese, and any other language that you guys need. And as we start to grow in our 160 countries, we'll make sure that we focus on accommodating as many people as possible. I am making you guys co-hosts. Please don't get trigger happy and kicking people out. Don't do that, right? Because if they're, unless they are not supposed to be in here, don't accidentally remove. Um, thank you. Thank you, host, for all right, let's take a look at what the week is going to look like for all of you. So let me share my screen and just give you a really quick update. I'm excited because we're finally here. I love pre-launch because pre-launch is where, to be honest, pre-launch is where I can figure out who my leaders are. I can figure out the temperament. People can figure out if they like me or love me or don't like me and would rather work with somebody else. This is where people that you bring in, you're going to figure out if they are go-getters, if they are active people, or if they are just talkers. You're going to figure out if people are like branches and leaves. They're here with you one day, blow with the wind, right? At any sign of a storm, they're with you one moment, not with you. This is where you figure those things out. You figure out who your ride and live partners are. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys agree. Have you figured that out? Do you know who your ride and live, I hate saying ride and die. Do you know who your ride and live partners are right now? Because I do, right? If you would see how many fights and arguments that our corporate team has had, you see how many group chats, like, I'm leaving this group chat. And then we always come back. You know why? Because there's a bigger picture at the end. You know how many arguments Reagan and I have had? Me and Dre, it's either Dre and Reagan, or it's because sometimes it does get to an argument because we all want everybody to win. But guess what? We always come back and we're like, listen, let's put our ideas on the table. So I want you guys to understand, if you've had those situations with your team, it's normal. Now, if they don't come back, this is where you realize they're not your leaders. So you got to find the ones who will stick and stay through the storm. This thing is going to get, I mean, we're gonna learn a lot about people over the next 150 days, right? You're going to learn a lot. Now put some money in it. And this is why we've spent 153, 154 days really truly figuring out the heart of people. I want to share this with you really quickly, okay? This is why you need to monitor your business. For those of you who are new and you don't know about Vibe, Vibe does 4 things really well. We focus on the people first, the community. So there's all kind of things you can do inside of the Vibe ecosystem in the community. You can find your tribe, right? We focus on education. This is where you guys are going to get a taste of a lot that we have to offer this week. I'm going to show that to you. We also focus on fitness and health. So we're in that sector because I think it's so very important for us to make sure if we're making money, we're going to be around to spend it. Otherwise, our kids will have our money spent before we're in the ground. Okay. And then we also focus on business solutions. So if you already have a business, we can help you expand your business. If you don't have a business, we can help you get your business off the ground. We can help you get branded. We can give you visibility through our Vibe Spotlight. So ladies and gentlemen, there is nothing that the Vibe ecosystem can't do. The only thing you can't do in Vibe is put another network marketing company inside of Vibe. It's a conflict of interest. I know you have the best juice, pill, potion, lotion company. I get it, right? But it is a conflict of interest if you try to build a team inside of Vibe with the ecosystem, the members here, because then you'll try to take them somewhere else. And I do want to kind of throw that out here really quickly. Why you need to monitor your business? Because there are people who are going to have shiny object syndrome. I get it. Some of my leaders, right? I've had to have a conversation like, listen, I can't put you in front of the stage if you're marketing 50 million different businesses. It's not a good look. You got to be focused. Everybody type the word focused in the chat. You got to be focused and you got to learn balance. But Myron Golden said it's really hard to be balanced and focused. It doesn't work, right? So you have to understand that when you're balanced, you're out of focus. And when you're focused, you're out of balance. That's what it is. I'm super focused. Am I balanced? No, you know where my kids are right now, which I love it because I'm so busy. My 18-year-old daughter and my 23-year-old son are at a pay lake fishing because I don't have time to do it right now. But it's a blessing because my daughter just caught this big 50-pound fish, and her and her brother called me on FaceTime to grow their relationship. Does that make sense, everybody? Uh-oh, my internet a little shaky. Hold on. So don't try to be superwoman or superman. It's impossible. Can you guys put a 1 in the chat? Can you still hear me? Because I'm at a hotel and I don't know what the internet is like. Okay. So I need you guys to cut yourself some slack on this next 90-day run. Check your heart. Why are you doing what you're doing? If you don't know why you're doing this, you're going to blow with the wind. Anything's going to tick you off. Somebody's going to say something wrong and you're going to get in your feelings and then you're going to be MIA. You got to know why you're doing this. If it's for me, you'll fall off, right? It better be for you. Why you're doing it better be for you. It can't be for just your kids or whatever. You got to figure out why you're doing this. So you better check your heart real quick because once the money hits, money doesn't change people. It was in them anyway, right? You got to monitor your back office coming up. Right now, there's not a lot to see. I rarely get in my back office. I'm going to be honest. You know why? Because I have a team huddle and my leaders, who are my leaders, will show up because they know where I am. Do you have a team huddle? The only reason why you would be in your back office is to get your referral link, but I got my referral link and now you guys can share with the world. And then you got to work with your team. You're not always going to get along. Like I was telling you guys, I don't get along with Reagan all the time. But you know what? We have the same vision. So we get over it really quickly. Like, okay, I'm done being mad at you. Let's get back to work, right? And sometimes we need to take a break because I need to work on what I'm working on and she can work on what she's working on. So it's kind of loud in here. I don't know if you guys can hear it. But so I want to talk about what's going to happen this week. Everybody wants to know, well, when are we starting? Well, we've already started. We started 154 days ago, right? So if you don't have, type a 7 in the chat right now, guys. If you don't have 7 leaders, you really need pre-launch to go on a little bit longer than it has been. Can you make income over here not referring people? Absolutely. You can be a product of the product. You can decide that you want to do Forex or crypto or DeFi or do our market insights. You can decide that you want to get a Legend membership and you never refer a soul and you go through our onboarding process to be able to get your courses ready so that you can then make 20 grand selling a course. And what's the next thing that you're going to do? Probably sell another course. We have an entire AI course builder where it's a direct sales product that maybe you can do all your courses on AI and you can use that product to be able to bang out more courses over here. We're going to give you guys a complete roadmap. Like if you want to do this, go here, 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 here. What the challenge is going to be for you guys is that I went through my own roadmap of business, community, fitness and health, and education. And I'm like, I want to do all of it. I want to take every roadmap. And we have a roadmap for you guys. So you're going to be able to choose what it is that you want to do. But here's what's going to happen this week. I am so excited. Okay. Starting tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern and 2 p.m. Eastern. Today is Momentum Monday. Today is for you to understand that this is onboarding week. Next week, we start our 90-day run. Next week, we officially launch, right? Next week, well, maybe this week, you're going to be able to see your downline, probably this week. We're also going to have credit cards this week. So I'm looking at Monday right here. Okay. So if you're not well versed with crypto, then wait for credit cards. Those credit cards are going to take us to the moon and back. You're going to be able to move super fast because I'm going to be able to give Monique Burris my referral link. She's going to go back there and be able to put her credit card in. She'll pay whatever the credit card fee is because credit card fees are credit card fees, right? And she's going to be able to pay for her membership and boom, she's active. How many of you guys just put me in the chat if you're excited about that, right? But we have a phenomenal decentralized platform as well. You're going to be able to use the VibeBucks hub, especially if you want to move my bank account. If you want to move money to
You're breaking up.
the challenge is when saying, put a one in the chat if you guys can hear me. Okay, hold on one second. Okay, can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so if it breaks up, let me know, and then I'm going to switch to my hotspot. Okay, because they might kick me off this Wi-Fi in a second. So Monday, really today is about understanding that credit cards are coming. Okay, I don't know what I just said. Somebody said, repeat what you just said. I'm like, I don't know what I just said. But today is really, so you guys understand, this week is all onboarding. This week, credit cards are going to pop up, right? So we can move quickly. You can get people signed up quickly. This week is about understanding that you want to make sure that you're qualified with at least 160 PCV. But if you don't get qualified with 1750, that gives you all the levels. I'm going to tell you now that some of you are going to miss money because some of you are going to be qualified for 5 levels, which let me ask you guys this question. How many of you guys would pay $250 a month to potentially make $1,000+ a month? Just put me in the chat if you would do that. This is how I talk to people, right? Of course I would. It opens up 5 levels and there's thousands of people that are going to pour in. Maybe you don't have a lot of people pour in right away, but you know that they're coming. So you better get your people in there before I take up your spots. Because I haven't even started marketing yet. I marketed to 128 people that turned into 70,000. I haven't even had a chance to go back to my list, and I have thousands of people. My brother has not even started fully. I think he signed up maybe 15 people. My brother, he has 990 people on his list, and everybody follows my brother, no matter what he says. My older brother, Travis, they all partner with him. You know why I haven't launched his business? He's in Japan right now. I'm launching him when he gets back because I can't manage his people on the setup. But when credit cards get here, both my brothers went to 5,000 a month in 4 weeks in my last company. I already know what they're getting ready to do because they already have probably 10, 15 people a piece, but I'm about to launch my brothers and flood another 1,000 people over here just through my brother's network. So, yes.
Are you intending on showing the Power Week slide?
Yes, I am. Can you see it?
Yeah, no, it's up. I just want to make sure you weren't trying to show something else.
Oh, no, this is all I'm showing. Thank you. So I just want you guys to understand it out of me yapping like I always do. I pull out the meat, right? Spit out the bones. What I'm telling you is you should be getting people signed up. Everybody type free in the chat. You should be signing as many people up for free as you possibly can because the free timestamps them still. It's not the payment that timestamps them. It's the free account that timestamps them. Then we're going to give everybody a chance once credit cards hit. This is me doing Monday. I'm on Monday right now. Okay. Once the credit cards hit, I'm going to give you guys 3 to 4 to 5 days to market and get your people signed up that's already inside, that's already signed up with you. Get those people activated with at least a pro membership so that they are active, they can make commissions. $159 is nothing for a business, is nothing for the amount of education that we're giving people. I honestly should be charging thousands of dollars a month. And we really should. That's how much value is over here. So when somebody says $159 a month, I don't even talk to those people because they're devaluing what we have. $249 a month, I could charge $249 a month for me. I could get 100 people to give me $250 a month to be coached by me. You know why I know this? Because I paid $250 an hour for my coach. So you have to put things in perspective, and you guys have to sell the benefit of being over here. Don't sell the comp plan. Don't sell Forex or crypto. What's the benefit of being over here? Education, business solutions, community, clients. You get an opportunity to expand your business and utilize the network that's been built. You got to sell the value of being over here. You got to sell the benefit of being over here, right? I have 5,300 PowerPoint slides. I could sell my PowerPoint deck to people. So you got to figure out what you do best. And I think what I do best is I'm a teacher always, but I also am no nonsense, right? So I'm not going to tell people what they want to hear. I'm going to tell people what they need to hear. You should be signing up as many free people this week as possible. And then once the money hits, watch what happens. Take a snapshot, guys, of your empty wallet right now. Everybody, go in your back office and take a snapshot of your purple wallet. Some of you, your wallets weren't empty because you had $1,000 back there because you worked during pre-launch, right? And then once everybody gets into the matrix and you guys can see your downline here in the next couple of days, then credit cards are going to roll out this week and people are going to be able to easily pay to get into the ecosystem. And then next week, when commissions start to roll, it's game over. It's a done deal. Then take a snapshot of your wallet. Take a snapshot and then take a snapshot of other people's wallets. And just so when people say, well, how much money have you made? Here's what you say. Write this down. You always say, because I don't need people in my pocket. I always say, you know what? I've positioned myself to make a lot of money in this company. Can you guys say that? Type the word position. Somebody said, can you list the benefits? It's also in the Telegram. We do 4 pillars of success: education, business solutions, fitness and health, community. Look it up on Google. Those are the 4 pillars of success. If you look it up, Google's going to say that. That's what we offer. So when people ask you, how much money have you made? Well, I've positioned myself to make a lot of money over here, but let me show you what my team is doing because we're all on the same team. Do you guys understand that? Put a 1 in the chat if you understand. We're all on the same team. Even if it's not your money, the benefit is this is your team. So you gotta show other people's results and you gotta let other people know I've positioned myself to make a lot of money. I just came in, but these people up here, they're about to flood in. You want to make sure your people are there before Javian gets his people in there. Before Coach Kola gets his people in there, before Sean Dick gets his people in there, before Marcella gets her people in there. Because some of these people are killing the game and their spots are filling up and your spots may not be filled up, but understand the rain is coming. Get your people in there before we get our people in there. Does that make sense? Okay. I've positioned myself to make a lot of money, but let me show you what my team is doing right now in 160 countries. Everybody type the word I in the chat. Type I. You have got to start saying I. I know the world has conditioned you to say, we are the world. We are. Yes, we are. However, you got to start saying I. I launched a business. Let me introduce you to my business partners. I've positioned myself to make a lot of money. Let me show you what my team is doing. I'm doing a launch call. Let me invite you to it. You know what people keep doing? They keep saying, I got to introduce you to Megan. Nobody knows who I am except the people who need to know who I am. So when you guys say that to your family, they're like, who, they're not in my industry. People in my industry know who I am. People in outside, they don't know who I am yet, right? They don't know who Javian is or Reagan or Andre. So you guys can love on us all you want, but people know you. Does that make sense? You got to start being me to your people. They don't know who I am. I'm going to make you to your people. And I'm going to say, hey, Marcella, thank you for putting me on this 3-way call. And Marcella's phenomenal. She's one of our best leaders over here. I'm going to pump Marcella up because they know Marcella. They don't know me. So anyway, that's Monday updates. I hope you caught it. Let me recap real quick. Credit cards are coming this week. You should be building and signing up as many free people as possible this week. You also want to make sure that you are waking up your people that you've already signed up and making sure that they understand that if they pay their $25, they need to get activated with at least 160 PCV. But you also want to make sure you're at 1750 if you want to unlock check matches on 2 levels. You want to unlock fast start bonuses on 2 levels. You want to unlock 10 levels of Matrix Legacy Network Pay. You got to get to 1750 cat quick. How do you get there? You could get a legend, sign up 6 legends, or a combination of, right? Sign up 7 legends and spend $9.99. You can't do that right now, but that's how it works, right? So as long as we or someone on our team pays $250, we will be guaranteed to make thousands or more. That is not true. Demarius, that is not what I said, right? You have to have your personal commissionable volume is your product plus theirs, right? But 250 doesn't guarantee that. That's 250 points. So what you guys would want to do is you need to go to myvibe.io. One second. Share. You got to go to myvibe.io and understand this comp plan that I've been really, truly going over forever. Go to myvibe.io, go to view overview and scroll to the compensation plan. And you guys have to understand it. It's the most basic comp plan, but the most robust comp plan. So let me turn my video off. So Damaris, I hope I'm saying her name right. Look right here. You have to be a Vibe partner in order to be commissionable. A Vibe partner right now is $9.99 a month. And right now you have to choose Elevate, Pro, or Legend. It's not broken up by itself. It's dollar for dollar. Elevate is 40 points, Pro is 160 points, and Legend is 250 points. Look over here. When you come in and you get 160 points, it can be from your personal or from your team, right? From people you personally sign up, not from people they sign up. So Damaris, well, I'm saying that right. You sign up Carlotta, she gets a pro membership. You have 160 points, right? We're going to pay you like you're a connector for 45 days. What happens after that? You go back to fast start bonuses only. If you can't bring me one person, you get a legend and go sign up a legend in 45 days after Vibe has paid you potentially thousands of dollars, then you need to go back to fast start bonuses, right? You got to row the boat. All of these, divide them by 250 and it'll give you the number that you need. 250 divided by 1750 is 7. 250 times 7 is 1750. It means you can have 7 legends that you personally sell to, or you get a legend membership and now you need 6 legends or a combination thereof. Put a 1 in the chat if that makes sense, guys. Here's what's going to happen to some of you. You're waiting and not working. I'm going to tell you what to do. You're waiting and not working. And if you have not unlocked all 10 levels, here's what's going to happen to some of you. Some of you have people on your 9th, 10th level. Some of you have people on your 20th level right now. But you're only qualified for 5 levels because you keep saying, oh, I don't know anybody. All my people said they don't want a partner. Go get new people. You got to go to new places. If you're still hanging out in the same dead places with the same dead people, talking to the same people over and over again, I don't hang out at the hookah lounge, right? I used to grade papers there. Why? Because I used to love their coconut tea and I could sit there all day and all the young people would hang out there and they never would bother me. Then I started hanging out at the cigar lounge. I don't smoke cigars, but wealthy people were in there. And we literally signed up a whole bunch of people yesterday. We sat at the cigar lounge from 2 o'clock until 10 o'clock at night and signed up a whole bunch of people. You know why? Because most of them spent $250 in there. So they can't tell me they don't have 250 because they spent it having drinks and eating food and smoking cigars with their other wealthy friends. That's why I hang out there. Does that make sense, guys? Put a 1 in the chat if it makes sense. So you got to change it up. You got to go find some new places to hang out. If you're hanging out at church only and everybody's at church complaining about money, then don't leave the church. I'm not saying that. But a lot of people go to church and they use it as an emotional garbage can and they talk about all the stuff they don't have while the preacher's like, God said you can have whatever you want, but they don't fully believe it. So if you go to church, you can't sound like Sister Sarah in there. You're going to have to bring in, listen, let's get our vibration together. Let me invite you to a call that I'm doing where we are kingdom builders, but we ain't over here broke talking about, God, I hope you just, no, God said, get to work. That's what he said. Sorry, I'm a paraphrasing. So this is how we're going to get to work. Here's how you guys can bring people to the call. Tuesday, it's huge. Can you guys see my screen right now? Uh-oh, hold on.
Yes. Yes.
Tuesday, Token Talk Tuesday. I love a good acronym. Taking ownership of knowledge, education, and networks. It is crypto talk. I'm bringing some of the best. Miss Kidd is coming on, multimillionaire, crypto, NFTs. She's the bomb.com. We're going to bring her on. We're also going to bring on my partner, Barnaby, who's from Australia. I think he's in Mexico right now. One of the best when it comes to crypto. He's been in the space for 33 years. Bomb.com. Anybody who needs to understand crypto, Token Talk Tuesday, this Tuesday at 1 and 8 p.m. Eastern. Wednesday, Wealth Wave Wednesday, wisdom, education, assets, legacy, trust, habits. We're just going to give you guys a taste of the caliber of people we have on our team. My network is dope. The people God has blessed me to know, amazing. And Wednesday, you're going to be able to meet some of the best educators that are going to be educating over here. On Thursday, Thrive Talk Thursday, the acronym Transform Habits, Renew Identity, Value Elevation. Dope, isn't it? They're going to be on Rachel, Jason, Justin. You guys are going to get, literally people should pay $250 just for Tuesdays education, just for Wednesdays, just for Thursdays. And then Friday, you do not want to miss Friday. We got a surprise for you guys. I'm not even going to tell you about it. Friday, Forex Focus Friday, financial opportunities require education and execution. Do not miss any of these days. Friday, 100%. We got a surprise for you guys. You got to be on. Okay. This is where you want to bring as many people as you possibly can. Get in the game, ladies and gentlemen. No time to waste. Share this flyer. Bring in everybody possible that you possibly can. Last thing I want to show you guys, BYOB. Tell me what BYOB stands for, ladies and gentlemen. Let me see where you guys' heads are. Let me just tell you, okay? Yes. You laughing, Javian? Good job, guys. Good job. It's be your own boss. Get out of the gutter. Just kidding. We want you guys to be your own boss. Everybody type CEO in the chat. You are the chief executive officer of your own business. Stop telling everybody about me. They don't know me. You got to be the boss. Okay? You're the boss of Vibe. This is your business. You are our partner. Otherwise, we're going to take more money back because we're paying you guys, especially in the legacy network. We're paying you more than we make in the legacy network. Is it sustainable? Absolutely. Will we ever overpay? No, because it's how it's set up. But we pay you like you're a partner. You got to start acting like it, right? You got to take ownership in this business. I know Johnny is out there making a gang of videos. I know Jerome is out there doing this gosh darn thing, promoting Vibe like he thought it up. That's what you guys need to do. You got to take ownership in this business. How do you do that? Listen, and I got a video on this and then we're going to get off. It's the law of large numbers. If you don't go tell everybody about Vibe, they're all going to come in here with Johnny. Or they're going to come in here with Wilhelmina, who's 90 plus years young, who is promoting this thing like she owns the company. It's the law of numbers, 80-20 rule. How many of you guys want to be in my legend group? Just type legend in the chat. You got to do certain things. If you want to be in the legend group, you can't get into my private group. You got to make a list. Guess what? I will not let you in my group until I see your list. So you better get on it, right? I got my own private group, and guess what? Nobody's in it right now because we haven't started our 90-day run. In order to get in there, I need to see your list. Show me your papers. Show me your papers. You ain't getting in my group without the paper. I didn't say all these people had to join your business. I said you have to make a list. Everybody type list in the chat. If you don't make a list, you can't be in my group. I need you to at least try. Yeah, but I didn't ask you that. This is what I've been telling people. I didn't ask you who's going to join your business. I said, make me a list. If you can't do that, you can't be in my group. Because guess what? I'll take your list and I'll go talk to your people for you. Just in case you have a stupid attack and leave me, I got your list, right? Make your list. I just need to see it. I need to see that you're going to attempt to make this list, right? 80-20 rule. What do I do next? You got to dream big, guys. If your dreams are not big or big enough to make you like not be able to sleep, if your dreams won't make you put up your own money, I'm driving all over God's creation, spending my own money, sleeping in hotels, being away from my family to build the belief of the leaders. But some of you are doing the same thing. You got to dream big. I want to produce 1,000 6- and 7-figure earners. You know why? Because I don't know anybody who's done it. I want you guys to set your goals and make a list. Set up your first launch call. You got to do it. So in order to be in my group, I got to see you on your own Zoom with you as the leader on there. Take a snapshot of it and invite me on there. But until you muster up enough courage to talk to your own people, and you don't even have to do a PowerPoint, you can literally call your top 10 to 15 people first, but you want to invite everybody, and you want to make sure that you tell them, listen, this is what we do in Vibe. We're an ecosystem. We do business, community, fitness and health, and we do education. We have one hell of a compensation plan that pays unlimited. You don't have to refer if you don't want to, but if you do, well, you can double, triple, 10x your money just by referring people to our platform who also want to use the ecosystem. I'm going to drop my link in here. Sign up for free. If you're serious, I will work with you personally and get you to your income goals. And then get off the call. Can everybody do that? Just put a yes or a yes in the chat. Can all of you guys do that? Why are you afraid to talk to your own family? I'm not afraid to talk to your family, but you're afraid to talk to your own family. What kind of sense does that make? Get your family out of the way. You want to get your nose out of the way? Call your family first. And then guess what? Don't ever talk to them about this business again. Seriously. Once they say, nah, that's your thing. Nah, it sounds like a pyramid scheme. Nah, okay. I'll give you an income update in 30 days. That's how I talk to my family. Income updates. I'm not begging nobody to be in this business. I have 52 family members in this business and all of them are super serious. You know why? Because they're not crazy, because they already know what's about to happen. You want to follow up with those people and ask them what they liked best. You don't tell them, girl, you need to be in this business. You guys talk just as much as I do, but when I'm prospecting, I do little talking. I ask a lot of questions. Everybody put the word question in the chat. I'm almost done, I promise. Stop talking so much. Stop telling them what they need to hear. Why don't you ask them questions? Here's a great question. What's your superpower? So what's your superpower? What are you doing right now? What's got your focus? Some of you guys jump right in there and you tell them they should create courses and they ain't thinking about creating courses. Or you tell them that they need to do Forex and crypto and they don't want to do that. And if you would have asked them what they're doing now and be quiet, they will walk into your hands. Whoever talks first loses. So Sean, what's your superpower right now? Javian, what's your superpower right now? Can you unmute? What's your superpower, Javian? What's got your attention other than vibe?
What was the
Javian,
question? I'm here.
what's your superpower? What are you really good at? What's got your focus right now or your attention?
Other than vibe, I would have to say music. I am a DJ by love, by heart. So it's definitely music. And through music is communication, which brings me right back to vibe.
Right. So I already know Javian is a dope DJ because he was our DJ in our other companies and love it. Can't wait for you guys to vibe out with Javian. But what I would say to Javian if he wasn't in vibe, I would say, you know what? Well, Javian, do you feel like you know more about music than the average person?
Possibly, yes.
Well, I mean, what if I told you that, at our events, you could possibly, you know, do some DJing over here, or maybe I could show you how to, there's probably a lot of people out there that want to get into DJing. By TikTok, looking at TikTok, a lot of people are now DJing online for views. What if I told you we have 70,000 people over here who might just want to know more about, music and how to get involved in music? Would you be interested in letting me show you how to potentially get in front of 70 plus thousand people?
Of course.
But we wouldn't know that, guys, I wouldn't know that if I don't ask questions. So you guys talk less about vibe and let people talk more about themselves. Okay. And then we're going to enroll excited people. And then we're going to duplicate as fast as possible. And then you want to get you and your team focused on money. Money talks, the rest of it walks, right? Money talks. So if people are going to come over here to do business, people want to make money in business. This is all you guys got to do. Listen, in order to get into the Legend Group, we start our 90-day run tomorrow. You got to schedule your business launch within 24 to 72 hours. You do it. You got to say, here, Megan, here's my list. Here's a picture of my list. Here's a picture of me on a Zoom with 20 people or 10 people or 5 people. I did my own launch. Here's a picture of me on the Zoom and only 2 people showed up, but 2 of them signed up. So you're winning. I didn't say how many people you sign up. I said, you need to do the basics of what I'm telling you to do to get into that first level of the Legend Group. You got to schedule a launch. You got to get your people to schedule a launch within 24 hours. You got to make a money list. You got to put everybody on that list possible, and you got to collect no's. Everybody type no in the chat for me really quickly. Type no or a version of no. Heck no, nope, no thank you. It doesn't affect me. I can see all your no's, and guess what? I am still talking because I could care less about your no's. I don't care, right? I'm just going to go talk to somebody else. So you guys got to make your list and you got to be willing for people to say no. But I don't even give people an option to say no because I let them talk about themselves. So, oh, so you're a doctor. Okay. Right. So, you love what you do. Oh, you're a nurse. Yeah, but I'm working 412s. I'm tired. So do you think there's something that that the public needs to know? What do you think that is? What do you love about nursing? What do you love about this? And I'm just going to keep building the relationship until I figure out what that person could put in vibe, what the world needs to know, right? So when you guys invite people to your call, schedule your launch, make your money list, and call. Everybody type the word call in the chat. I'm almost done. Type the word call. I didn't say text them first. They will ignore you. If you text me a Zoom link, I'm ignoring you, Johnny. I'm ignoring you, Marilyn, because I'm not getting on a Zoom right now. But if you call somebody and say, listen, everybody type this in the chat, do me a favor. Hey, Amani, I'm launching I didn't say we, I didn't say Megan Lynch. Nobody knows me. I said, I am launching a new business. Do me a favor. I would love to just have your opinion. Everybody wants to give their opinion. Can you do me a favor and hop on my call? It's going to be super short. So if you get on late, it's going to be over. Can you hop on my call at 6 o'clock today? Oh, you're not free at 6? Well, by the way, I'm doing a call at 7. Can you hop on at 7? You guys, you can do multiple calls. If I do 15 calls a day, you could at least do one call a week. Would you agree? Would you agree? Now I'm putting you guys' feet to the fire. If I'm doing 15 calls a day, you tell me you can't do one call a week. You can't do one launch call a week, and I do 15 to 20 calls a day. Right? So you don't want to make no money then, is what you're telling me. So call your people and be excited and invite them. And then enroll excited people only. Here's how you do it. I would say, listen, I'm going to drop my link in here. Whoever signs up first, you can potentially override my whole organization. Did you guys just hear what I said? When I'm on a Zoom and I tell people, listen, this is what we do. I'm going to drop my referral link. Go ahead and create a free account. Anybody who signs up, you can potentially override my entire organization. I'm good. When you sign up, send me a text message and let me know that you just signed up. And I'm going to call you. And then I'm going to follow up, guys, and I'm going to say, Javian, what did you like best? I'm not going to say, what did you think? I don't care what he thinks. And I'm not opening it up for any negativity. I'm going to say, Javian, what did you like best? So notice what I did. I scheduled a launch. Today is today. And I say, I'm doing a launch call tomorrow. And I'm going to get my Zoom link together. I might make even a little cheesy flyer. You can make a flyer on Chat GPT. Just tell Chat, put this on my flyer, and it'll make you a picture. I'm going to make my list. I'm going to call everybody, and I'm going to tell them, do me a favor. I'm launching something big. I don't want you to miss out on it. I'm going to call you afterwards. And then on my call, I'm going to just hit them with the 1, 2, 3, 4 punch. We do education. We do business. We do fitness and health, and we focus on community, and we have one heck of a comp plan that pays out unlimited. If you want to refer, you can. If you don't, you can still make money by being a product of the product. This is our ecosystem. I'm going to drop my referral link right here, and I want you guys to sign up for free and create a guest account, and then send me a text message. Those of you guys who partner with me first, you could potentially override my entire organization, which cha-ching could mean money for you. So go ahead and do that. I'm going to hop off of here because I have another call to do in an hour. Go get me 5 to 10 people and meet me back here in an hour. Meet me back here in 2 hours and do it again, guys. You know why I'm telling you to do that? Because that's what I did. December 17th, I did one call, and the rest of the week I blitzed. I did a call at 12, 2, 4, 6, 8, and I put in 8,000 people in 1 week. Can you do that, guys? Listen, can you do it? Yes or yes? Type it in the chat. Can you do it? And then it becomes, can you or will you? It's the difference. Can you do it? Yes. Will you do it? That's another story. Because I've not seen anybody be me yet. And I've been showing you how to be me for 154 days, even through the death of my father, even through the challenges that I go through that you guys don't know about, even through all of it, I'm showing you. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm showing you what to do. So can you do it? Yes. Will you do it? Totally different story. But you'll never make the money that I make if you don't even do a fraction of what I'm telling you to do. Because this is what my mentor told me to do. And when I stopped being hard-headed and started doing exactly what he told me to do, guess what? I'm unstoppable. I can make money always because I follow this system. So listen, schedule your launch, make a list, call everybody, invite them to your call, tell them what I just told you to tell them, and then follow up. Make sure you enroll excited people, plug them in so they learn and earn the system, and then do a team huddle. How many of you guys, be honest, say me in the chat if you have a team huddle that you do once a week and your team knows what day you meet. And don't be making up any stories. Do you have a once a week call? And one girl told me, one lady said, well, I only have 2 people. Well, you're not going to have those 2 people if you don't have a team huddle, because you should have a team huddle scheduled every week, whether people show up or not. And then they should bring their people to your team huddle and you should see it grow. And then you should teach them to go do their own team huddle without you, because then duplication happens. And then you're leading your team, guys. And then we duplicate like some fruit flies. Last thing, I'm going to make my hour. Here's how I build. You tell me if you want to build the way I build. Because I have 74,000 people over here right now. Now, did I do it all myself? Nope. Did I get the party started? Absolutely. I did one phone call, 128 people came on, and then guess what? We built a foundation, and I had 3 people who might have went and got 3 people, who gave me 9, who may have went and got me 27 people. Those 9 got 3, that's 27. That's only 32 people, guys. That's 3 levels. That's good, really good pay over here. Can all of you guys do that? Right? This is what we're getting ready to start doing. We're going to start over. I don't care that you have 10 people who signed up. I don't care that you might have 100 people in your downline. We're all going to start over like we have nobody. You're going to start over and you're going to go get me all new people, right? And we're going to duplicate like some fruit flies. Watch this. I built a foundation by doing one call with 128 people, and 8,000 people joined that turned into 74,000 and growing. Everybody type foundation in the chat. This is how I build. It's FID. I'm almost done, I promise, but I'm dropping some nuggets and I'm going to say the same thing over and over again. You got to build the foundation. How do you do it? I already told you. It was back here, right? So I already showed you guys back here. This is how I built the foundation. You got to launch first. You got to make a list. You got to do this, dream big, and you got to launch your business. This is what gets you to here. This is what gets you your first 3 people. And then guess what? You teach these 3 people how to do this, how to be their own boss, how to make a list, how to dream big. This is just a picture. Look, this right here is this in a flow chart. Does that make sense? You got to be your own boss first. Nope. Let me back up. You got to check your heart first. You got to be your own boss. You got to make a list. And then you got to follow these steps. These steps is this picture. Put a 1 in the chat if that makes sense. This is the foundation. This is how you get your first 3 people. But now that you have 3 people, you have to teach these 3 people how to what? Check their heart, be their own boss, make a list, make sure when they schedule their launch and they circle their top 10 to 15 and they invite, it's this in picture form, then they'll get their 3 people. Look at this, guys. Then that's 9 new people join. Guess what you teach these 9 people? Let me go backwards. Check their heart, be their own boss, make a list. Once they make a list, schedule their launch, invite everybody, follow up, enroll excited people, duplicate. They do this in picture form. Then 27 new people come in. Do you guys get the point? That's the foundation. You don't deviate. Don't start trying to teach them how to do funnels and you haven't taught them how to check their heart, be their own boss, make a list so you can get into their network in case they quit, you got their people. Then you want to invite all the people, and then you want to follow up, and then that's all I do. I can sell Tic Tacs tomorrow to a whale. I can sell a Tic Tac to a whale, and I'm going to do the same thing, right? And then guess what happens? Your foundation is built. And when you guys get a strong foundation that looks like this, it's going to run on its own. The next thing that I do is I just make sure people understand what they need to do to stay active. I empower others to do what I do. And then guess what? Then they start flooding in, and then you can't stop it. You have to at least have 160 PCV plus $9 a month, or you're not commissionable. My last opportunity, I paid $1,200 to get in. And that $1,200 I paid me $50,000 in 6 months. I should have been making $50,000 a month, but the comp plan was terrible. So this comp plan, if you get it started, it'll pay you more than you could ever imagine. Then guess where you need to do? You need to start to identify leaders. Everybody type identify in the chat. Type identify. Okay. Identify leaders, but guess what? Leaders will identify themselves. I don't have to tell my leaders they're leaders. They're leaders based on what they do. What do they do? This leader might pop up, and this leader, I don't even know who that leader is. One of my personals brought that leader in. Does that make sense, guys? That's why you got to run through people's organizations quickly, because the people you personally sign up are probably not your leaders. It's who they know. So guess what leaders do? Leaders will build the foundation first. Leaders will identify themselves. They will duplicate the system that I just showed you over and over and over again for 10 to 12 straight weeks. You guys understand you can't take a break? You've got to duplicate everything I just said. They will have their own Zoom link. They will launch themselves and their team. They will make recruiting an all-time activity. PS3, they will pique interest. So Javian, what's your superpower? And then Javian will say, I love music. Oh, listen, you can have your own group over here, Javian, in Vibe Tribe. You can create your own musical group and you guys can vibe out all day long. Does that sound good? It's similar to Clubhouse, but it's our own ecosystem's version of Clubhouse. And I'm going to show him the plan. Hey, meet me on this call. I'm doing a call at 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock. And then I'll say, JV, listen, I got to introduce you to Carlotta. Her and her husband, Derek, are really big into music. I stayed at their house and they have all these instruments. True story. JVN, let me introduce you to Carlotta. And Carlotta's going to say, so JVN, have you been on one of the calls? What'd you like best? Well, listen, you can do all that over here. We can support you. Where do you see yourself getting started? Do you see yourself getting started as a all-in access everything creator, as a legend, or do you see yourself kind of dipping your toe in it, maybe a pro or an elevate? And be quiet and let Javian say, well, you know what? I don't really know right now. I might need to see it again. Okay, no problem. We have another call, or watch this video. When's a better time for me to call you back, Javian? I can call you tomorrow. Is it morning or is it afternoon that's better? But you guys won't know how to do this if you don't start doing three-ways. And all of you guys have my phone number. So shame on you if you have not done a three-way call with me yet. Because Carlos does 50 million three-way calls with me. Carlotta does three-way calls out the wazoo with me. Nina Upchurch, she single-handedly made me lose my voice doing three-way calls with me all the time. So shame on you guys. I gave you my phone number. You don't want to do a three-way with the owner of the company and I gave you my phone number, then you don't want to make no money. Right? All you got to do is call. But don't call me to talk about your business. I don't want to talk about your business. Call me with business. It's a difference. Leaders will enroll 10 to 15 members. Last slide. Huddle with your team on a regular basis. You guys know exactly where I am every day, Monday through Friday, at 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock, and at 8 o'clock to like 8:30, 9 o'clock. You know where I am, but does your team know where you are? Last thing I want you guys to type in the chat is type duplicate. And I've recorded this, so if you want to go back and listen to all the scripts and everything that I've given, you can go back and listen to the recording. Last thing that we're going to do is we're going to duplicate like some fruit flies, right? That means your goal starting next week is to refer 3 new people. Come rains, sleet, hail, storms, whatever, for 7 straight days. Where are my Greeks at? Is there anybody in here that pledged a fraternity or a sorority? Just say me in the chat if you did. Remember Hell Week? I'm going to do a whole training on it. Hell Week, I ain't even going to talk about what y'all did during Hell Week, but when people are online, especially in the Black community, you got to prove that you really, truly want to do what you say you want to do, right? And during your first 7 days, guys, in Vibe, if you really want to make some money, it should be hell week. You should not be sleeping. You should only be taking naps. I learned this from my mentors. If we caught somebody sleep, we're like, you sleep? We don't sleep, we take naps. For 7 straight days, you should be doing whatever you possibly can to launch your business, do 3 ways to get at least bare minimum, type of 3 in the chat, guys. Bare minimum, you should have a blitz going on for 7 straight days until you get 3 people. No days off, 7 straight days. And if you don't get 3 people, you're still in week 1 next week. Your people might get in week 1 before you get in week 1. But you need 3 people to solidify that you are in week 1. 3 people who have bought a pro or a legend. And then guess what? Now you can breathe a little bit, because now you got to get your 3 people to get in hell week, week 1, where they go get their 3, and it might not take them as long. And 9 new people join your business. Don't you think it's easier for them to go get 3 for you than you to go get 9? Type a 9 in the chat. It's easier for them to get 3 than for you to sign up 9 new people. So turn your attention off yourself for just a minute and make sure that you, not Megan, this burns my butt more than anything. When somebody brings somebody into the business and you leave it to me to teach your people the system, I will. But it's easier if you teach them. It's easier if you show them the video that I just made and teach them how to get their 3. Yes, G3, H3, get 3, help 3, get 3. Get 3, you get 3, G3. Help them get 3, H3, get 3. Then 27 new people come in, ladies and gentlemen. And the matrix is the matrix. You should be in your first 5 weeks at least bringing in an extra 1,000 a month. How many of you guys would be happy just bringing in an extra $1,000 a month? And just put me in the chat. You only spent $250 a month, $260, $270, and you're making $1,000. That's a flip in the streets. But we legal over here, right? So you want to duplicate 3, 5 times. You get 3, help them get 3. Help them get 3. And then do it again and again. This is how I got to 100,000 a month. I looked like I was in week 5, but I was really in week 1. I don't know what week I'm in now, because 74,000 people joined during pre-launch. 15,000 paid a $25. What week am I in? Right? But guess what? Where the real money is when you personally refer somebody and you're making up to $40 on everybody's legend membership, or you're making up to $20 on everybody's pro membership. And then you're making up to $20 on everybody's second level. Check match. You're matching everybody's money. Everybody type the word run in the chat really quickly. Let me do this again. Type the word run. I'm 5 minutes over. You got to run, and you got to take up your top 3 spots. Maybe your top 3 spots are already going to be taken up, but you got to take them up before the rain comes. You want your people positioned before anybody else's people. You know why? Because then we have to build under your people. Does that make sense, guys? Don't wait. Go sign up as many free people as possible and get those people to understand the benefit. You want your people in before the flood comes. So you got to sign them up now for free, because they're time stamped. You got to get them to pay now, so that when we unlock and say nobody else can pay and everybody falls into the matrix, your people are positioned. So we're going to follow this roadmap. This is my last slide. Do you guys see on here where it says, what week are you in? Starting next week, we're all in week 1. So we all have to focus on referring our first 3 people. But notice where it says, how many people did you personally enroll this week? You might have personally enrolled 5 people this week, but you're actually only supposed to have 3. It says, how many total personals have you enrolled? Some of you enrolled 5 this week, but your total is 25, right? Or maybe you're like Chisaba. Chisaba, we are praying for Chisaba. Say his name. And I know he is battling cancer right now. Chisaba has signed up 33 people, charters. So now his goal is to get those people to activate their pro or legend memberships. So you guys are going to print this out and you're going to write down how many total personals have you enrolled, total number of people in your organization now. Some of you guys might have 5 total people. Some of you might have 50 or 500 or 5,000 for that matter, but you're only supposed to have 3. What was your total fast start rewards this week? Do you guys understand? Put a 1 in the chat that we are going to keep track of our business like it's a real business. This is a real business. You got to keep track of the books. You can't cook the books over here because I can see everything that you do. So total weekly earnings so far this week, you might make, I don't know, $2,000 this week. Next week, you might make 3,000. The next week might be a slower week. Not as many people came in and you made 500. And then the next, so you got to keep track. And then week 2, if you've referred 3 people, you can go to week 2, which is help those 3 get their 9. But listen, you may only have referred 1 person, but your 1 person referred all their people and they may look like they're in week 2 in their week 1. Does that make sense? What week am I in, guys? And then I promise you we're getting off here. What week am I in? Because I'm hungry. What week do I look like I'm in since pre-launch? 154 days. Oh, I'll tell you. 15, close to 15,000 plus people paid their charter membership, and now thousands of people are getting upgraded. Okay. So technically 74,000 people, some of those people had a stupid attack and went and had shiny object syndrome, but they'll all be back. I'm not worried about them. They're all coming back, right? If they do, great. If they don't, great. But 15,000 people opted to get into the legacy network. So look where I am. I'm like I'm going into week 9. Technically 6,000, 7, 8. Yeah, I'm in week 9. It's a big deal, guys. So don't tell me it can't be done. But up here in week 6, week 5, week 6, this is where like it really starts to get good. This is only 1 month, little over 1 month, guys, and it starts to get good. You know, week 7 around here, it's like just in matrix pay, $3 and $5 bills, it's like $16,000 a month. Not including fast starts, not including check match. It is a lovely thing. All right, so we're going to go ahead and hop off of here, ladies and gentlemen. Understand the power of 3 is super powerful. Get your 3, help them get 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 3, and boom, money hits, right? If you guys have to send a support ticket, please make sure you're sending support tickets correctly. I got a whole little breakdown of how to properly send a support ticket. But we want to get you guys activated as quickly as possible. Credit cards are coming. We're having a big week this week, so promote like crazy and get all your friends and family to come on because this is going to be a power-filled week. Thank you guys for hanging out with me for an hour and 10 minutes. I want to say peace and blessings. I am more than excited and exhausted at the same time. My partners, Robert, if you're listening in, and Chastity, let's go get some ice cream. We're going to get ice cream now at my favorite ice cream place, Handles. So I'm going to call you guys because I know you're on this call so we can go get some ice cream. I'm coming to you. So peace and blessings, everybody. Yep, I see you, Robert. So I'm about to call you after this and we can meet at the ice cream place. All right. See you guys later. I love you very much. And I'll see you guys at 8 o'clock tonight. Peace and blessings, everybody.